Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. Frustrating. The Springboks losing to Ireland 13 points to 8. A very close game between the two best teams in the world, and a game which will once again create a lot of interesting debates, a big narrative. The Springboks missing 11 points off the tee. It has been a growing concern. There has been conversations about how this might catch up to us in the end, and tonight could have been that potentially night. 11 points missed, losing by 5. Very frustrating from a staffing perspective. A good game, a very good game, and very enjoyable, but a questionable referee decision at the end, which I hate, and I don't like to talk about, but we will have to talk about it. Before we talk about it, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so let's go through the game, shall we, before I talk about the controversial last-minute call. It was a pretty good start from South Africa. Ireland actually on the front foot, but a turnover ball, a couple of nice line breaks, and an early penalty saw Manie Libbok open the scoring in the 5th minute, making it 3-0. However, Matt Hansen went over for the first try in the 33rd minute. A really good 10-minute period really for Ireland. Bundy Aki making line breaks. A very good line break from Ireland, which saw, I think it was Johnny Sexton come just short. Basically just, caused all the South African players to come in, drew in all the space, and then they just had to go wide. It did so very well, and Matt Hansen went over. So the score at half time was 7 points to 3. Johnny Sexton not making a mistake with the conversion. Shortly after half time, in the 46th minute, Boks got a penalty. It was about a 54-meter kick. Varsity actually hitting the crossbar. So it was almost a brilliant penalty from him. But that started the woes, really, in terms of the inaccuracy of the tee. Chesney Colby crossed the wash in the 51st minute, rather. A really good couple of phases. A good scrum. Some space out wide. Ball over the top towards Chesney Colby. And he went over. Manie Libbok missing the conversion, which should really have been slotted. Later on over there, we then saw Faf de Klerk having an opportunity with another 3-pointer on the 50-meter line. This time, him hooking it towards the right. And Manie Libbok also missing a penalty in the 64th minute, which probably should have gotten. So that's the frustrating thing, is you look at a conversion I think he should have gotten, and a penalty he should have gotten. 5 points, and maybe one of Faf's, we needed 6 points to win. We lost by 5 at the end of the day. Did we lose because we left points at the tee? Yes, we did. Is that the only reason we lost? No. Could we have won that game? Yes. Should we have won that game? Well, this is an interesting thing, because in the last minute, literally in injury time, the last play of the game, South Africa had a rolling ball that was going forward and eventually sort of very much disrupted. Went down. The ball was being recycled back, and Ben O'Keefe blew the whistle for a turnover ball and called full time, whilst the ball was in the hands of the South Africa who were about to use it. Very, very frustrating call, because as I said, the ball clearly had been recycled back and was available, but Ben O'Keefe was standing on the wrong side, decided it was turned over, and that was that. So, South African fans, I think, are absolutely fuming, because they could see, especially from the camera angle, that the ball was there. It did take a second or two, but the ball was very much available to use. So it wasn't like, an Ireland player was holding onto the ball in the middle of the maul, or somebody had fallen on the ball and was inaccessible. It was being recycled back. It was back. It was available, and it was called turnover. The Boks were going forward. There were 2 minutes out from the try line. That gets recycled. Damon Delende, for example, bashes them over and scores a try, and the Boks get the conversion and they win the game. So it's a huge call. It's a very big call. Is that the reason we lost? No. But it is a frustrating call, because as I said, I do think that was ball was very much available. So it was a frustrating call, and even the people who I've been speaking to now, who are very much, they don't like talking about the ref, are saying that's a frustrating call. But let's look at some of the stats. Very even. So to be honest, the possession is 51-49. Overall is 47-53. 1 try apiece, 1 conversion for Ireland, 2 penalties. This is the interesting thing. South Africa beat more defenders, had more gain line carries, more offloads, but 9 turnovers won from Ireland. Really poor at the breakdown. Worse South Africa. Is that a testament to missing Malcolm Marx? I don't know. But it was a really, really poor aspect of South Africa's game, as the breakdown wasn't great. Defensively, Ireland weren't actually at their best. 97 of 120 tackles, 81% success rate, 85% for South Africa. It was a little bit better for South Africa compared to Ireland. Yeah, apart from that try, which I know you don't want to sit there. I mean, anything's apart from the try. Thought South Africa defended pretty well. Ireland did get opportunities and did make quite a few line breaks. But in general, I thought that the Boks defended pretty well and the cover defense was pretty good. So I don't think it's a huge worry. Johnny Sexton was flawless. 3 out of 3 off the tee. The Boks 1 out of 5. 20% goal success rate, regardless of the team, regardless of the situation. That is not acceptable. And that is going to come back to haunt us. I do think we'll see Andre Pollard next weekend. I think we're going to see him anyway. The question is that how much does this change our plans to come the quarterfinals? Ruck success rate, 91%. That's pretty poor. 96% for Ireland. Line success rate, we lost 2. Ireland lost 6. They did fix it towards the middle and second part of the game. But yeah, that is definitely going to be a bit of a concern for them. And if they don't fix that moving forward, then that can become a huge concern. Because yeah, that is a big aspect of the game. At the end of the day, if you don't have good clean ball, then you could be in trouble from the lineouts. Scrum success rate, it's 82% for South Africa, 71% for Ireland. I do think South Africa had the better of Ireland for most of the scrums. One penalty, which Ireland did get the 3 points, came from a scrum, but apart from that, I thought South Africa scrummed pretty well. South Africa discipline was a bit of a problem, conceding 12 points to Ireland's 9. No cards in the match, which was very nice. In terms of some individual stats, I thought from the South Africa perspective, it was a huge game from Damian Willems. He was absolutely brilliant, I thought. 73 meters gained, 5 defenders beaten, a try assist from him, 3 tackles, a missed tackle. I'm not convinced it was a try assist from him. Pretty sure it was Murray Liebach who threw that try, threw that pass. Apart from that, I thought that Jasper Wiese actually played pretty well. I thought that Bongi Manambi stepped up today with a lot of defensive efforts. Off the bench, I thought Kwaka Smith looked busy. For Ireland, Ty Byrne looked pretty good. I thought Josh van der Fleer was very busy. Craig Doris carried the ball a lot, 13 tackles as well. Bandiaki, once again, was absolutely sublime. He is in such good form. For me, at the moment, player of the tournament. Matt Hansen scoring that try. Overall, I'm not panicking. And I don't think we need to panic as a South African fan because, as I said, we were talking about, where South Africa outplayed. And I wouldn't say that we were outplayed there. I think that Ireland deserved to win. But I think we would have also deserved to win. I think it could have gone either way and it would have been... No, I don't think people would have said, no, that's not a fair result. So I'm not panicking personally. I do think that we will learn a lot of lessons. I do think that there are certain worries that come out of that game. The goal kicking is a worry. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, it is what it is. Let me know what you think about the game down in the comments below. Smash like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. And I'll see you guys all next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.